22nd of November. Yesterday was publication day for my pen name project, adjusting focus. I should stop saying pen name project. It's not a project anymore. I have a pen name. She is Ella Larson. She has a Patreon. She has an Instagram. Do go check her out if you are interested in monster romance. If that's not your thing, that's totally okay. I know it's not for everyone. I just wanted to give it a go, and it's something I quite enjoy reading. So yeah, but we are now in November, and many people have been sort of scrabbling around, not knowing what to do since NaNoWriMo had issues. You know what I mean. I'm not going to go into them here. If you're still doing NaNoWriMo, that's great. The most important thing is getting the words written, and that is what I'm trying to do this month. So as you can see, I've got my board. I've already started to do a little bit of writing. So I had one sprint. Well, it wasn't really a sprint, it was just a session. I've had some writing sessions this November, and this is because I would really like to get a few more of these books out. So I have quite a collection. Book 2 is hopefully coming out in December. So that is all. I'm just waiting for the cover. Everything else is done. That should be coming to me in the next few days, and I can get it up for pre-order so it can go out in December. But other than that, it is writing, it is marketing. I'm feeling quite engaged because I have the next 3 books in the series planned quite well. Not like chapter by chapter, I kind of go with the flow and see which chapter's coming next, but the plot is plotted, which is becoming a new thing to me. Before I was like, oh, I'll plot the first bit, I know what's happening at the beginning, I know what's happening at the end, the middle will sort itself out. And then do you know what happened? I always got stuck in the middle. So I feel really small today. I think I've put my tripod a bit too high. Hang on, let me fix that. There we go, that's a bit better. I don't feel like I'm a teeny tiny person anymore. I mean, I'm not that tall, but you get what you're given, don't you? So yeah, let's have a look. It is week 1. What are we trying to get done this week? What colour pen should we have? Blue or black? Black? Yeah. So week 1, we kind of had an extra day, or an extra few days, because November actually started on a Friday, so I am counting Friday, Saturday, Sunday as last week, but that's fine. So it would be great if I could get the first draft of book 3 done. So let's write that down. So draft book 3 would be great. What else do I have to do this week? I have to keep promoting Adjusting Focus. And on Helen, I am really trying to get people to vote for the Briar Crown in my... There's a fly. In the Indieverse Awards, because it's been nominated for quite a few, so that's going up there as well. Promo awards. Yeah, I think that's probably enough for week 1 of November. Obviously, these things change around. Sometimes I really don't feel like writing, sometimes I do. I should be working on audiobook for Feathers as well, so we'll put that in as like a, we'll try and get that done if we have time. Oh, I have forgotten one thing though. In fact, we must take that off. We'll have to push that. Ooh, that did not work. Always wait for your pen to dry before you rub it out. Okay, what we do need to do is we need to write Ella's December Patreon. I always do that the first week of the month before, so I have time to read through it, edit it, upload it, and do the graphics. So that will be going up. And let's just say we're going into the mountains. Okay, week 2 of November. I don't know if I'll be able to get a book a week drafted. I mean, that would be amazing, but that means all of my focus is just on writing. And you might say, well, Helen, that is your job. You are a writer, which yes, I am. So, okay, we will have draft 4, because often as well I need space. So if I finish book 3 the first week of November, I need time before I then reread it and edit it to send it off to alphas, betas, readers, first eyes, that sort of thing. So yeah, that will be fine. Draft book 4, if I can. And then we want to start teasing the second book in the Falling for the Hidden Folk series, which is called Easing Tension. So we're going to start teasing that. Teasing ET. We are also swapping to promoing Apple Seeds in the Snow, because it is a winter themed book. So we want to get quite a bit of buzz around that. Week 3, let's just say finish book 4 and then start drafting. Any other space? So week 3, finish book 4, start drafting book 5. Book 5 is going to be longer, so I think book 5 is going to take me the rest of November, to be fair. Yeah, let's just put that in now. Do we actually have 5 weeks in this month, or is it just 4? If there is a week 5, we'll do that on week 5. Excuse me, remove you. Sorry, V. There you go. Okay, so week 3 we were on. We are finishing book 4, drafting book 5, and then it's just a case of continuing to promote Adjusting Focus, teasing Easing Tension, promoting Apple Seeds, and all my books in the run up to Christmas. So that's kind of the rest of it. Maybe start editing book 3. I do have some feedback back on the tidal helm, so I would really like to start going through that to be able to send it to beta readers, possibly around Christmas. However, I am still waiting on one alpha reader or critique partner to give feedback back from that. So that I'm kind of putting as a December job, but it's very exciting. Some very good points, because remember, I wrote most of the tidal helm in 24 hours, and then I kind of finished it up in another 10-hour, 1-day block. So I technically wrote that in 2 days. So I am prepared for there to be lots to work on. But so far, the feedback from the first reader is very positive. They enjoy the way it sort of is more like the Briar Crown. It's more sweet, it's innocent. It's not too innocent, because, you know, there's got to be a bit of fun times in there. But it harkens more back to the Briar Crown than Apple Seeds or Feathers. So if you loved the Briar Crown and you want to go back to that slightly more condensed plotline, innocent romance, then you might be interested in the Tidal Helm, which is a Frog Prince retelling. So, right, I had better get back to some writing if I'm going to finish book 3 in the first week of November. Good morning, good morning. It is the 13th of November, and yeah, I just thought we'd have a little check-in with how I've been doing this month. I have been writing, excuse me, hope that's not the start of something. Have been writing, not every day, because you know what, this is a busy time of year and things happen. But I've already managed to get over 17,500. I think it was 17,625 or something words done this month, which I'm pretty happy with. Now, in the last clip, I said, yeah, I was gonna have book 3 of Ella's series drafted in that first week of November. No, I still haven't finished it. I'm not even halfway through because I was working on other stuff. I was working on Ella's Patreon stuff for December, which I still need to finish, but I was also finishing a Christmas short story that I started last year, and it's just kind of been sat there with only the first bit written. So I was pushed by a very dear friend of mine to get that finished. I have finished that. I have edited it. A cover is being done, although I've had to send it back because it wasn't really the vibe I'm going for. And I have mocked up a cover myself on Canva because if they don't get it right this time with the cover, I need to get this out. It's just a short story. I can always get the cover redone in the future. But that looks like another mini series for Ella, which is quite exciting. Her first book came out. I've had some sales, not too many page reads, so I need to try and boost page reads in all my books. They were going really well in October, and as soon as November rolled around, they just dried up. I do not know what is happening. So, KU readers, are you okay? Can you come back, please? No, I did tell a lie. I did have one day of huge KU reads. So somebody read like the whole of the Briar Crown and more so obviously more than one person read the Briar Crown on that day, and then that was it. So, and then it's just been like 1 page read, 25 page reads. So I don't know if it's something to do with what's going on in other places, because I've really been ramping up, like trying to advertise my books and all that. So I don't know. Is it just the time of year? Is it just the markets? There's lots of things, lots of question marks after the US election when it comes to publishing, especially publishing certain content. And I'm not going to stop writing, but we just have to wait and see how that plays out. So yeah, I'm just carrying on writing and getting ready for Christmas, I suppose, really is the next thing. I've got some craft stuff to do with my daughter later as part of a Christmas present. So I don't think I'll be getting much writing done today. But that's the thing, this business is not just writing, there's so many other things. Every time I'm like, oh, okay, I've just caught up with, I've scheduled all my social media posts, that's done. Then it rolls around again that I have to sit for a whole day or more and do social media posts. And I'm like, I swear I just did this. Maybe that comes with having 2 pen names, I don't know. I also can't neglect my YouTube channel because I want to keep you in the loop every month with what I've been doing, and then you've got your newsletter, and it's just, yeah, it's not just writing. For anyone who thinks all we do is sit and write stories, it is not. And in fact, I'm sure a lot of authors would agree that they wish they had more time for the writing, and as soon as they start getting serious about being in an author business, their writing time kind of, well, it doesn't decrease, but it doesn't necessarily increase because you have to spend a lot more time and effort doing other things. So yeah, that's where we are, partway through the month. I'm sorry I haven't been very good at updates. It's just how it is. It's been busy. What can I say? I did take a bit of a slump after the election in the US, just thinking about people there and the future, and I do not know what's going to happen, and I'm not really going to comment on it on this channel, but I was sat thinking for a few days, and it affected my mood, and yeah, so that didn't help. But instead I threw myself into knitting, got 1 sock, working on the other, which is a bit like writing a book series. You write the first one and then you realise, oh, I gotta write the rest of them. So there we are, working on our series, working on our socks, and getting ready for the holidays. We have been ill quite a bit. My son
was ill last week. I brought something home from Barnhagen nursery. I had a fever, so he missed 2 days, which meant not much work got done while he was here, because all he wanted was cuddles on the sofa, which is understandable. And of course me and my husband got sick, and I don't know whether it's since COVID, but since, well, the past couple of times the kids have been sick, they've had it like 1 or 2 days, and then we've had it 10 times worse. Has anybody else found this, that since COVID, that when they do get sick now, it just lasts forever and it really takes it out of you? So today is the first day in about 5 days I feel like I can sit down and do some writing. The past 2 days I've just been sat on the sofa feeling like death warmed up. Talking about warmed up, I'm sat by the fire today with my free write because it is now definitely winter outside, -5 this morning Celsius. And yeah, it's also been fun times. We had a problem with the car, so that is in the shop to be fixed, but the part we need is on a ship from Korea or Japan or China or somewhere, I don't know. So who knows when we will get our car back, and we only have one car, so this is fun times. Fun times. On the plus side, I released a short story for Ella, which is doing quite well. It's a Christmas themed thing. A lot of my writing at the minute is Ella based because I really want to get her up and running, and my critique partner is still working through the title helm, but as soon as she has done that and I have finished another Ella story, I will get on to revisions and edits for the title helm and hopefully get that to beta readers, if not before the end of this year, really early next year, so I can work on that, because I've said to my editor potentially April, May for that. So yeah, I then need to try and stick to a schedule and get the title helm out. It would be nice to wrap that series up, although the Zemkoska Chronicles I think will have more series in the future, but this sort of the Domanov dynasty I think is coming to a close. Anyway, I'd better get to work before all the medication runs off and I need to sit down again. Yes, I am back on the floor by the fire. It is now about a week since I last spoke to you. I still have a little bit of a stuffed nose and a little bit of a coughy chest, but it seems finally, touch wood, that me and my husband are getting over whatever it was we had. I think we probably had the flu. We were awful. There were some days we were literally just, after dropping the kids off at school, we were just passed out on the sofa. We could not do anything. I did write my December Patreon episodes for Ella, which I'm quite pleased with, considering how badly I was affected by this bug. I mean, and even just writing 1,000 words, 2,000 words in one go just absolutely drained me, and then I couldn't do anything for hours, it seems. So it's now Monday not sure what it is, Monday the 25th, and 1 month till Christmas. But I am getting back into work. I'm going over what posts I need to do. Thank goodness for post scheduling, because honestly it saved my life this past week, because I couldn't have made more posts. But I do not know what happened then. My camera just decided to stop filming for no apparent reason. So where was I? Yes, I need to get those posts done because I'm pretty much all out on both Ella and Helen, so I need to get those done. I am expecting some of Ella's books to come in the post so I can send them to the National Library here in Norway, which is something that we have to do every time we publish. In fact, I do need to send them a digital copy of something of Ella's today so I don't get my knuckles wrapped about that. And then it's just writing, really. I'm still working on book 3 of Falling for the Hidden Folk, which is an Ella book, and I'm still working on Margit's story, which is a Helen book. I would like to get those wrapped up by the end of the year if that's possible.
The Tidal Hell, my critique partner, is still going through that, but she's really ramped up in the past couple of days, so I'm hopeful that very early next year I can be going through that and get it out to betas as soon as possible. And yeah, I guess that's the thing now. I've got to start thinking about 2025 and where my business is going, what books I've got to do, to write, to publish, all that kind of stuff. But before I do any planning forwards, I want to have a look back and see how things have gone. So I will do a video about the year that was, so to speak. So do watch out for that. And I will probably do a plan 2025 with me video. I would also, once this is cleared up, I really need to get back in the audio booth, and I need to finish recording Where Golden Feathers Fall. That is quite crucial now because I haven't done that in a long time. I've got about 15 chapters to go. Yeah, so, but my voice just has not been there. So I really need to do that. So in fact, I will go get some water now, a big bottle of water, and I will make sure the next couple of days I'm really up on my fluids so that I can get recording, hopefully by the end of the week.